have an entity named question mark, and question mark appears. So like first we're gonna talk about his spawn rates, his abilities, and then how you counter him, all the other stuff, and guiding light messages and things. So basically he spawns question mark. It spawns it usually spawns in like the first beginning, so like door 0 through 33, and he spawns in that range. Rarely there's like a 1. So his spawn rate is 1 out of 2 quadrillion. And that's his spawn rate. And even rarely, sometimes he spawns 33 through 60. And that spawn rate is 1 through every nonillion. 1 nonillion. So yeah, he's extreme rare. And basically when he pops up, when he pops up, you see a red glow come out of the door behind you. And basically you hear him start to like scream and ramp up like, oh, like that. He starts to scream and ramp up. And you're going to need to head into the locker. He's basically like ambush. So you're going to need to head into the locker in and out because he comes back and forth extremely fast at light speed. So you're going to have to like... Also, when you're hiding, hide is delayed. So you can stay in the locker for twice the amount of time before hide shows up. So yeah, hide is like delayed when he appears. And yeah, he makes a and like when he's extremely close to you, your screen turns red and it begins to shake violently. So yeah, when he's nearby, and he zooms so fast and stuff too. So yeah. Next entity we're going to be talking about. Let me switch over real quick. The next entity we're going to be, so like the death messages, they just like tell you stuff when you die and things. So yeah, and then also we need to tell you what he looks like. So he has a, wait, let me describe. So he has a long vortex mouth, and like his color is black, and he has a long vortex mouth, and his eyes are like distorted and are like drooping down, and his mouth is drooping down too, and it's like wide open, no teeth. He has eyes, hyper realistic eyes and stuff, and yeah. The next creature we're going to talk about is Noise. Now, Noise, so basically Noise, he's extremely slow and he makes a lot of noise. That's why he's like, shh. Let me play what he sounds like in the background. This is the middle of what he sounds like, but let's play the beginning. And he's very slow. He appears he appears at random, so he can appear at any door, and he appears out of a 1 out of every trillion chance. He's basically like Rush, and he comes by once. But when he does that, all lockers turn, like when you hear him and try to hide, all your hiding spots like crumble into rubble and stuff. And the only way you can survive him is to keep heading into the next room until he eventually disappears. And also when he's coming to chase you, there's never a let me turn him off real quick. There's never a locked door, so you can just keep running. And your speed also increases as well. So that's a little snippet of what noise sound like. Now let's tell you what question mark sound like. So yeah, that's basically noise. And noise basically, he has no physical form. He has no physical appearance. The only thing that'll let you know when noise is there, his physical appearance is basically static. Yeah, and you know he's there when you hear echoes, when all the sound effects begin to echo. So that's when you know when noise is around, and you know when he's left, and you know when he's gone, when he disappears. You hear a noise when he's gone after chasing you. Yeah. Next is ... So ... he makes like so ... he makes that noise when he's coming near you. He has a metal sound effect. And basically ... he looks like a screaming ghost character. And you know he appears, and you know he's near when you hear this. So that's how you know he's near. And, yeah, that's basically him. Yeah, and he sounds... And it gets faster the louder he's near. And he's basically like, also his chance of spawning is a 1 out of 2 trillion. 1 out of 2 trillion. So yeah. And that's his rates of spawning. And ... he looks like a screaming face. He's basically kind of like Ambush, except that he's wider and his mouth is bigger and his eyes are also bigger. And his mouth is like drooping to the left side. So yeah. And that's him. Next is Roller. Roller is a 3D entity, and basically he has a whole bunch of eyes, and he's basically a spiked ball that rolls down the hallway and destroys the room. And you have to, like, when he destroys the room, you have to, like, figure out puzzles and to get out the room. He's very rare, 1 in a trillion chance of happening. So, yeah. Yeah, you have to hide in the locker. You have to go in and out the locker, too. And there's a 1 in 2 million trillion chance of him destroying the locker that you're in and having a special death message. Next is Fast. Now Fast, he tests your quick time. So that's basically his purpose. His purpose is to test your quick time. He's very rare as well, like a 1 in a 1 in a million chance of happening. And basically he looks like an upside down face, and he appears. All these entities, they appear on random floors, on random door levels. So yeah, they don't appear on like vital scenes. Like they don't appear with other entities. They appear by themselves. So you won't have any of them appearing during a cutscene or anything like that, or like the last or room 100. You won't have them there. If there's other entities in the room, he won't appear. They won't appear. So Fast is basically an upside down triangle, and his mouth is also an upside down triangle that's drooping down, and his eyes are basically stars, and so he's an upside down triangle face. And his eyes are stars, one of them is drooping down. But when it's drooping down, it's drooping upwards, since he's an upside down face. But if you turned him around, he'll be drooping down. And basically, he tests your quick time. And he's basically like Rush or Ambush, except that like he leaves streaks in the floor because he's so fast. It only takes 7 seconds for him to go through the entire room. Next is Voice. Now, Voice is a special breed of entity, because Voice is the only entity that doesn't harm the player if you go near him. Instead, he causes you 50 piece damage instead. And if he catch you 2 times, 50 plus 50 is 100, or aka your entire health, and then you die. So yeah, because he nibbles at you. And basically what happens is that you hear noises when he's coming near you. That's his teeth chattering. And he's making whispering sounds as well. He's doing stuff like that. And that's how you know he's near. You need to hide in a locker. Anywhere. If you can hide in a locker or vent. Anywhere else, you can't hide. And he happens in rooms that have lockers and vents. And he spawns in a 1 million chance of spawning in all rooms, except for rooms with entities in them. And this is what he sounds like. When you hear that, that means he's near, and you need to hide in a locker or a vent. What he does is he circles around the room a couple times, and then takes a bite out of everything and then leaves. That's why when he's you know you're about to encounter him when you hear that noise, but that means he's coming. But you know when you're about to encounter him when you see bite marks in the door that you're about to go in, or around the area, like bite marks. Yeah. And he takes up the entire room as well. Like, he takes up the entire room. He takes little bites out of your character. And, yeah.